Get ready. Hey, here comes that MiG to the right.
And the smoke is on. MiG coming from the right, Kirby coming from the left. And away he goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and away he goes.
Leave the tower. Love that. Come on, Kirby. It's like he's working that rudder today.
He sure is. Give Bill Reisman a wave as he comes by.
That's my scarf.
Kirby's been performing on the airshow circuit since 1986. His style is explosive. The Zipco Edge 540 Alpha was custom built for Kirby's aggressive style. During Kirby's routine, the Edge will be subjected to 10 positive and 8 negative G's.
That's unbelievable. And they do it really quick. They're in and out of those G's so fast. I think he's breathing really hard. Sometimes you can see a little video on his face, and you can see he doesn't really need to go to the gym when he flies the Edge.
No, absolutely right. Up high right now, he's at about 4,500 feet, and from there he can translate that altitude back into airspeed and power.
You're watching one of the best here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, this guy knows how to fly the airplane. He's got 60 plus airplanes, but this one is really fun to watch under his belt that he's flown.
He's going up there just playing around in the clouds here for a bit. I think Bill Reisman's probably going to be taking to the sky here in a moment. Kirby's going to hold for him, that's my guess.
Did you know Kirby has a runway in his backyard?
Some
He
people
lives
got
on an
golf
airport.
courses. Yeah.
That's right.
I see the smoke is on right now, up on high. Kirby has checked everything out, and everything is looking good. Coming down out of the sun, as any great fighter pilot will do. Diving down toward us, he'll hit a speed of about 260 miles per hour on that downward plunge.
You can see why he's a world champion, because he flies that airplane so crisp. I mean, when he stops that stick, he's just right on, spot on.
Straight to the vertical now, with nothing for reference, it's just the blue sky directly in front of him. He looks out over his left shoulder to see the horizon. That tells him he's going straight up. And there's no mistaking when he's coming straight down with a windshield full of Nellis Air Force Base. Spiraling back down toward us right now at high speed, turning it in and then back the other way. That's called the plummeting maneuver.
You know, his father taught skydiving, and when Kirby was a young boy, his favorite part was when the pilot would race the skydivers back to the ground, putting the plane into a steep spiral, which is why it's no big deal for him to do this right here. He was hatched in the back of an aerobatic airplane, that boy.
Kirby Chamblis once again proudly sponsored by Red Bull Energy Drink. Red Bull gives you wings, and you can see that up there.
I love that. He was also the youngest captain for an airline company. I think it was Southwest, right? 29-year-old captain. Look at that.
That's a Lycoming AEIU 540 cubic inches, about 390 horsepower. Powering that Zipco Edge 540 that Kirby is throwing around the sky.
You know, speaking of that aircraft, we've got Kirby's crew up here. The ones that never get the glory, but do all the work. Lance and Jason and Chandelan. And I got to tell you, these guys keep this aircraft in good, top running condition. I mean, with all the G's that it pulls, they really do have to keep an eye on it. What's he got, a fleet of 3? 3 airplanes, right, guys?
Vertical once again from the ground level, goes up and over the top, picks up the opposite horizon, then snap rolls 3 times over the top, the avalanche loop. Up to the sun once again, snap rolling his way up, snapping to the right, rolling to the left, till he gets to the top and butts over the top. There's the push over the top.
Flat on its back, look at that. Oh no, that was level.
Incidentally, for those of you that are interested, Kirby is offering mother-in-law rides later on in the afternoon. If you've got a favorite mother-in-law that you would like to give her the ultimate flight experience. I remember Johnny Carson took a ride a number of years ago with the late great Art Shaw. And they asked Art Shaw what he thought about his ride in that mighty chipmunk. Johnny Carson remarked, he said, "I would have thrown up if I'd have known which way up was."
That he does. Have you seen them? Have you been? You got to go to one of these F1. It's like an F1 of racing in Europe with the cars.
We had them in San Francisco at Fleet Week actually a couple of years ago, and it was truly remarkable. World class,
exciting thing you've ever seen. And these guys go really fast. Sometimes about 260 miles an hour through these pylons, and sometimes they actually cut them. And a good thing they're just they're like a blow-up raft. They just cut them in half, and then they fire up another one and get another pylon up there.
We have a volunteer from the internet who said, "I'm a mother-in-law, can I get a ride?" I don't know, just get your wig on and get over here. The smoke trailing behind the aircraft is actually a paraffin-based oil that's injected directly into the exhaust gases. It's EPA friendly, and it's Kirby's contribution to the Las Vegas District Mosquito Control Project.
You know, flying 60-plus aircraft, how do you remember where all the buttons are?
Well, it's easy. 60. Actually, the only ones you touch are the shiny ones. All the shiny ones, you just push them the opposite way to what they are. The dull ones, you leave them alone. They don't do anything.
And if you see a light, you're talking about the circuit breaker, right?
Absolutely right.
Just pretend that you just got to believe it's fixed.
It must be fixed. Minimum radius turn once again as Kirby comes on back. Enormous G-forces on his body, and this requires tolerance that's built up by practice. And Kirby practicing almost every day to maintain that G tolerance that he exposes his body to.
Oh, look at him sliding it in. Boom, right on the deck. Come on, Kirby. I like it when he slides straight at us in the crab. There we go. That's my boat.
He's got it down. Some of these airplanes are quite a handful, but there's the Cobra once again.
It's a bonus.
A bonus Cobra. Look at that elevator working there as he hangs it literally on the front.
And after a second, it's in good tip-top shape, doesn't it?
It is in absolute tip-top shape. Coming down the flight line right now in that beautiful FA-18 Hornet. Getting ready for his demonstration. That is Lieutenant Brandon Hess-Boggs from Park City, Utah.
He's got a great family. A 2-year-old that was dancing the other night at the party.
Does not require wings to fly, flying just on the fuselage as he goes down the flight line.
Hey, why don't you explain what he's doing when he's in the controls to do that? Because you're a big pilot too, huh?
Absolutely. Well, what he's doing is simply turning the wings perpendicular to the ground and using the fuselage as a lifting device.
Nice.
Not using the wings at all. Hef is on his way by.
How do you like that pirate on the tail? I wouldn't mess with him.
That sure is a pirate, all right. Buffy and the Harold Cryer Awards.
Wait a minute, just like those MiGs to sneak up on you once again. Bill Reisman in the Red Bull.